This beautiful hotel offers comfortable accommodations, has a delicious restaurant, and even a speakeasy in the basement to unwind with a drink. Located next to the Mississippi River and on Main Street, there is a lot of sightseeing and shopping to do too. To get more information, go to theandersonhousehotel.com.
Okay, question of the day. What do UFOs, ghosts, breathwork, and psychedelics have in common? Find out at the Contact Modalities Expo, May 1st through 3rd in Wisconsin, the Midwest premier event all about consciousness, life's mysteries, and all the stuff that blows your mind. 4 stages alive at the same time with world-class experts and tons of hands-on experiences. Hosted by Jimmy Church, you'll be doing UFO Skywatches with Chris Bledsoe, workshops with Dr. Diane Hennessy, Lidu and Dahlia from the Telepathy Tapes, a group quantum hypnosis by Sarah Bressman Cosme. You'll learn telekinesis, telepathy, dowsing rods, plus God helmet experiences, a real live seance, and live performances galore. Whether you're brand new to this world or knee-deep in the rabbit hole, this is the place to explore the unseen, the unexplained, and the undeniable at the Contact Modalities Expo, May 1st through 3rd. Curious? Learn more at contactmodalitiesexpo.com.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lulia. Overnight patchy fog with a low of 36, and Thursday sunshine with a high of 54. Get your exquisite, elegant box of French macarons from Nicolette's Macarons in Plymouth. Nicolette's is conveniently located off Highway 169 and 36th Avenue. Stop in at the store or order your box online at nicolettesmacarons.com.
Portions of the following program may be pre-recorded.
The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host, guest, random reptoid, or chupacabra may not necessarily reflect those of AM 950 Radio, its affiliates, or its sponsors. Now, it's time to step into the unknown. There are things people experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in the corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us, share your story, share your experience, because this isn't just your story, this is our story. This is GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun.
And this is GhostBox Radio on AM 950, where every night we talk about the paranormal, ufology, Bigfoot, and so much more. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. I'm excited for a number of reasons, our guest being a main one, which I'm going to get to in a second here. But this is actually the first show I've done in almost 2 weeks, if not 2 weeks. I've been kind of under the weather a little bit, and I'm excited to make my way back into stuff. And all I'm going to say, folks, is when your body tells you to take a rest, because we're all busy, we're always doing something, right? We always have something going on. When your body tells you take a break, do so, because honestly, I think that's really all it comes down to for me personally at the moment, is that I just need to take a break and chill out a little bit and just kind of catch up. And since probably October, we've been, GhostBox has been running crazy in terms of just so many events, so many things going on that for me personally, it kind of caught up a little bit. And I am blessed that I can have that opportunity to have a catch up with me, because it means that we're doing something right. And I really do think we're doing something right here. And I'm just really happy about that. And like this weekend, I was supposed to do an investigation. I'm probably going to back out of that so I can just kind of chill out and just probably stay in bed the entire weekend. But that's just how it goes. But I'm really excited because we have a lot of great programs coming up and great events coming up as well. Meanwhile, in Eden Prairie, we have Adam. Adam, how are you doing tonight?
I'm back too, and I think the last time I did a show was the Wednesday before President's Day weekend.
Right, and on Friday, because I think we're planning on doing a casual Friday. We'll talk a little bit about what you've been up to, because sounds like you were able to get away, have some fun and stuff. So I'd love to chat about that with you. My question is, a very serious question for you today, Adam. Did Mark Hamill follow anything that you do on social media?
Luke Skywalker, or for the Simpsons fans, Nathan Detroit of Streetcar Named Desire, has not followed me, has not liked me, has not tweeted, blue skied, Facebooked, or whatever they are, TikToked me, or anything like that.
I think it's premature to say he doesn't like you.
Well, I was
You
more
don't
of a
know that.
Vader fan than a
Right.
Luke fan. So
Right.
until Hayden Christensen played him, but that's a whole nother diatribe. But yeah, I'm more of the Darth Vader Han Solo more so than the whiny farm boy Luke.
Well, there you go. Now, just before we get going here, I just want to give a special thank you to everyone who turned up at Ghost Stories and Beyond tonight to see Johnny Vortex. And boy, did you turn up. This was a very healthy amount of people that showed up tonight. It was so much fun. It was crazy. It was, if anyone has seen Johnny Vortex talk or seen him do anything, he makes these great pieces of equipment. He is a creative, wonderful person, and the energy of the evening really just showed that. It really was that. So that was fantastic. And we're going to do for April, we're going to do the theme is going to be on April 1st. It's going to be Legends of the Unseen. We'll talk a little bit more of that. And then May, we're not going to announce what that is yet, but you're going to want to pay attention when we do. So yeah, there we go. Matter of fact, it's so important, and don't give it away, Adam. It's so important, though, that we're not even going to do a live radio show that night just to make sure that Adam has the opportunity to go.
Yeah, because this is one I do not want to miss.
Yeah. Not that he wanted to miss any other ones, but he works. So just want to say that.
Yeah, unfortunately, Wednesday nights I'm here when that's going on.
Someone has to stoke coal in the steam engine to keep this thing going. So might as well be you. So that's all I'm going to say on that. So let's get going here. And first of all, I want to thank my guest who she was one of the folks that I had to reschedule. And I really appreciate that she was very flexible with her time to allow me to try to get things back on track here. Tonight, I'm going to be talking with author Cheryl Lynn Carter. And she had just relatively recently published a book, and the book is called Inside My Head. And we've had Cheryl on a number of episodes before. She has written so many incredible books, but in some ways, I suppose you could say that this is perhaps a co-author in a sense, because the book and the poems are created through automatic writing. And for those of you who do not know what that is, we're going to explore that tonight as well. It's very exciting, and I am so happy. I always love having Cheryl on the program. Cheryl, welcome to GhostBox Radio. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. You could say I had a ghostwriter, right?
I laughed more than I should at that. I'm actually sad. I'm embarrassed by my laughter of that. That was good. I appreciate that. So yeah, no, that you've been waiting all night to say that, haven't you?
Yeah.
So did I do a good job of explaining the premise of your book Inside My Head?
Yes. You want me to read my prefix, my foreword of my book?
I would love it if you did.
That would really that would really explain it better. Okay. There are places the mind goes where language struggles to follow. Inside my head was born in those places. The quiet corridors where memory lingers, where love is lost but not fully gone, where war leaves marks that don't show on the skin, and where drama reshapes the world long after the noise has faded. These poems, guided through automatic writing, speak of shadows left behind. They come from the moments when the past refuses to remain silent and the mind replays what the heart is still trying to survive. They are echoes that follow you into every room, memories that emerge without warning, and the weight you learn to carry because of the dreams you didn't choose. And I think a lot of people can relate to some of that.
That's incredible. That's really, really, that's really nice. Now, Uh, can you let us know, for those who maybe this is a new concept, what is automatic writing?
It's when a spirit is speaking to you. I get my spiral notebook out and my pencil, and a spirit's speaking to me, and I just write down what they're saying.
Do you?
It's almost, I don't channel anybody, but it's almost like you would be channeling somebody.
I
don't use that word. I don't channel.
Sure. But are they talking and you can hear them in your head, or is it directly with your hand being guided by them? And then you look and you're like, oh, this is what they wrote.
In my head, but then it guides my hand. Yeah.
I mean, granted, the book is called Inside My Head, so maybe I should have known that. But but it's such an interesting, it's such an interesting piece. Now, when it comes to you to write,
you gotta remember, I'm a psychic medium, so they speak to me.
Well, and that's just it too. When it comes to time to write down something that they want written down, do they tell you ahead of time, or you just suddenly kind of find yourself in front of a pad of paper and you're ready to go?
I'll be doing something else, and all of a sudden they're going on. We need to tell you this now, and I just stop what I'm doing. I'm not sitting there waiting for them to talk. You
Right.
just know when somebody's speaking to you, and you drop everything else.
Is that what happens? You're just like, as soon as they're like, we need you, you're just like, okay, everything else is absolutely now done, and my focus is completely on you.
And I didn't just sit down and write these one day. This was probably months that they were talking to me, and I had them all in a folder, and I go, what am I going to do with these? And I said, I should put them in a book, I guess. But this took quite a while to put all this together.
I bet it did. And I guess, when it comes to the fact that you're writing poems, are they telling you ahead of time that I have a poem I'd like to have you write down? Or is it like after you're done writing it all, you're reading it like, okay, that's a poem?
They tell me a story. And then,
Sure.
then I make it into a poem, yes.
When it comes to the actual poems themselves, do spirits identify themselves, who they are, when you're writing them, like just so that you know who they are? Or are you getting ideas of what type of, like, male, female, any of that sort of stuff? Or is it pretty none of that?
I can see who they are. They don't always tell me their name, but I can see a picture of them, what they are. Male, female, what age they are.
Sure. I'm trying to see what I did with I had your book open. There it is. Because I'm kind of looking through here. I was just seeing if you had any like names attributed to any of the poems, and there's a lot of poetry in this.
No, I didn't put names to them.
But do you know names for some of them?
One of them for sure, yeah.
Sure. And
it was actually a cold case I was working on.
Oh, please tell if you can. Were they part of the cold case themselves then?
Yeah, these two people in the poem were part of the cold case. It was never. I'm saying cold case because it was never solved. I know exactly what happened. She told me what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But police don't always listen to psychics.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
So it's a cold case.
Sure. I mean, like you just said, never solved. When these poems have titles, are these your titles or titles that they told you that they would like them to be called?
That's my title.
Their title.
I come up with the title after I do the poem.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Now, these are, and here's the thing. First of all, folks, the book is, once again, it's called Inside My Head, and it is available through Amazon if you'd like to get it. Anywhere else that you want me to push them to?
No, that's it.
Because I am then going to push you all to, if you wouldn't mind going to ghostboxradio.com, Ghostbox Book Club. I have an affiliated link that helps the show directly. This is, and the thing about these poems, and in the second segment, Cheryl's going to read some of this to us, which is really cool. I appreciate it. These are none of these are super long. They're good. They're like the exact proper length to kind of keep your attention, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's really good.
There's no sense going on and on. The story is, this is the story, and that's all I'm telling you. You don't need to exaggerate it, exactly.
Now,
some are shorter than others.
As I am going through this, in the next segment, Cheryl, I'd like you to read Darkness, which is on page 24. I mean, and if and anything else you want to as well. It's just like it's one of those things that you're reading, it's like suddenly you're kind of pulled to it a little bit. This does that, that's the, I mean, it actually feels right. It's weird because I'm actually getting I'm getting a affirmative vibration from that. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, this is what you want. We want to read this tonight. I don't know why. That's so cool.
It's one that lots of people should hear.
Isn't that something? Yeah. No, that's really cool.
I think so.
And this book came out. Did this book come out like in January or something, or was it a little? I'm trying to. Oh,
January.
And what's the reaction been so far for it? Pretty good.
Yeah.
Of course, your books are always good, though. Yeah, your books are always really good. And
I'm working on another one.
Are you really? Of course you are. You're. I mean, and I can't wait to hear.
I'm working. I was working on one, and then they told me I had to stop and do this. So
that's very interesting. Are you saying that because you said you over the course of a while to get all these poems together, that you're taking the writings, right. And was there a point that they're like that Spirit literally was like, you have what you need, now it's time to publish?
I said I just woke up one morning and I don't know, one of them told me, what are you going to do with our stories? You need to do something with our stories right now. And so I go, yeah, you're right.
Now, if I'm not,
try to put them together in a book and get them in the right order. And
sure. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we've talked about this before with some of your other books, that Spirit comes in and they make suggestions or tell you stuff that they think should happen, right?
Sure. Yes, exactly.
Now, are you sharing any of the royalties with them? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just curious.
No, they're all mine.
She's like, no.
They don't need money.
They don't need
money. No.
I need money. They don't need the money. Yeah, no, that's good.
Right. They don't need money. We're there.
Why don't we go ahead and do this? I'd like to take our first break. When we come back, once again, the book is called Inside My Head. Cheryl is going to read some of the poems in there that were collected through automatic writing. I think this is going to be very cool. If you have any questions for Cheryl, please put them in the comments, or you can call in 952-946-6205, 952-946-6205. We're going to take a break. When we come back, more with Cheryl Lynn Carter. You are listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950. Greg Bakun here. Like you, I love good, fresh, delicious food. So I want to tell you about this treasure in Roseville called Maverick's Real Roast Beef. Maverick's has the best roast beef sandwiches I've ever had. Made fresh every order. Add fries or onion rings dropped in the fryer when ordered, and you have a winning combination. Maverick's Real Roast Beef has a lot more than roast beef, so check out their website, mavericksbeef.com, or check out their restaurant on Lexington in Roseville.
Okay, question of the day. What do UFOs, ghosts, breathwork, and psychedelics have in common? Find out at the Contact Modalities Expo, May 1st through 3rd in Wisconsin, the Midwest premier event all about consciousness, life's mysteries, and all the stuff that blows your mind. 4 stages alive at the same time with world-class experts and tons of hands-on experiences. Hosted by Jimmy Church, you'll be doing UFO Skywatches with Chris Bledsoe, workshops with Dr. Diane Hennessy, Lidu and Dahlia from the telepathy tapes, a group quantum hypnosis by Sarah Bressman Cosme. You'll learn telekinesis, telepathy, dowsing rods, plus God helmet experiences, a real live seance, and live performances galore. Whether you're brand new to this world or knee-deep in the rabbit hole, this is the place to explore the unseen, the unexplained, and the undeniable at the Contact Modalities Expo, May 1st through 3rd. Curious? Learn more at contactmodalitiesxpo.com.
Greg Bakun here. I've been talking for a while about how spooky, fun, and fascinating the Minneapolis trolley tours are, but now there's big news. The Candlelight Ghost Tours now begin at the historic Pillsbury Club, a beautifully restored haunted mansion once owned by Charles Pillsbury himself. Believe it or not, the interior is nearly 200 years older than the exterior. How is that possible? You'll have to come out and find out. Before or after your tour, stop by the on-site market featuring a curated collection of handmade goods, artisan crafts, and locally inspired treasures. Perfect for picking up a keepsake to remember your haunting adventure. You'll also find exclusive spooky merchandise from Tales of the Crypt and Elvira. Then climb aboard the climate-controlled trolley as we travel through Minneapolis's haunted hotspots, uncovering ghost stories that locals would rather keep buried. The mansion is restored to perfection, and there is no better way to spend an evening. Visit MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for tickets and more information. And we are very excited because if you heard through the breaks that we have partnered up with the Contact Modalities Expo, and it's a great way to explore deeper into the UFO community. There is so much stuff, and you heard Melissa do the spot, and she's trying to get through it as quickly as she can because there's so much stuff going on there. And what's really important to take away from this, first of all, it's not far away at all, and it's over in Wisconsin. And the thing is that it doesn't matter how deep you are into this community. There is something for everyone there, from just getting your, dipping your toe into the water to really deep and very strong conversations about all of this. And one of the things that I really appreciate about this event, which is in Delvin, Wisconsin, is simply this, is that their beliefs align very closely with our beliefs on the show about all of it being energy and the connection between aliens, metaphysical, different modalities, just really speaks to us. So please go to contactmodalitiesexpo.com. There you're going to find out more information and everything that is going on there. There's so much going on. And also pay attention to us here, because sometime, I believe in April, we're going to be giving away a set of tickets for this event. So you definitely want to go check it out. We'll be talking more about that as time goes on. Tonight, we are blessed and very happy to have on my dear friend, author Cheryl Lynn Carter. I was always so happy when she's on. The books that she writes are so informative, and they're so thought out, and the experiences that she has personally experienced and has shared through her writings, or even just on our show, has been absolutely fantastic. We are talking about her newest book, Inside My Head, which is a book of poetry that is collected through automatic writing. And Cheryl, I would love it if you could read something to us. If you could read the one that you call Darkness, please.
Okay. The night creeps in, surrounding me with its cloak of obscurity, beckoning me to this place, void of reality, a place where I feel an unparalleled connection. Everything is beautiful here, even the darkness. Darkness, until you've actually crawled into the darkness, the deepest corners of your mind, you will never know how I really feel. Sometimes I attempt to hide from my thoughts because I'm afraid of what they might say. But where do you go to hide? You can run all you want, but there's no escaping the mind, a mind that is totally conflicted, teetering on the edge of sanity and disaster. It's a place of intense pain and turmoil. The thing about pain is that it demands to be felt, and turmoil, well, it strategically confuses you, taking your psyche on dangerous twists and turns until you feel yourself falling into a deep black abyss. And so you are left with no choice but to become the monster you fear the most, so the monster deep inside won't overtake you.
Wow. I mean, that's incredible. That really is. My question with that, the first thing that when I hear this, I want to know context. I want to know why someone is writing something like that down. Do you ever get context from spirit about what some of the stuff means, or you just what you hear is what you get and nothing more?
No, I kind of know their backstory and their personality.
Sure. Is there anything you can share about the backstory of this at all?
This is about a man, and he's trying to let everybody know how totally cool he is, but he's just really got these demons inside.
Oh, that's interesting. So yeah, I see. I get that, actually. That's very interesting. I wonder how many people are listening to that and that they think that they can kind of relate to that poem.
Well, that's what I hope. There's a lot of poems in here that someone can relate to something and go, hey, that's me, and I'm okay.
I mean, I hate to say it. I mean, that one kind of relates to me personally. I mean, I feel affinity towards it, and it's just very interesting. And I've always considered, especially in my paranormal life, I always considered one foot in the dark and 1 foot in the light. You know what I mean? And I just it's very interesting. Now, is there a, I mean, I asked you this before the show, and your answer was all of them. Is there one? is there one that kind of sticks out that do you find yourself going back to again and again?
Yeah. Let's do this one.
Okay.
Which this probably relates to a lot of people I've been talking to lately. This is called But Not For Me. Struggling, crawling up the muddy bank on my hands and knees, trying to grab hold of something, anything to prevent me from sliding back down. Pouring rain running down the path that ran red, breathing labored, heart racing at the sight of fast-moving shadows. The palms of my hands stained with blood that no matter how hard I try, I can't wash off. Another place, another time, and yet I'm still there. The war is over, but not for me. The sound of bullets whizzing past my head, the screams reverberating in the air. Life's cut short in the balance. Shame for what I have done, and an unrelenting guilt that I was the one who came home. Now that's about PTSD.
It sure is. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need to ask what the backstory is there, do you?
No.
There's
a lot of military people that have PTSD.
There sure are. There
that
sure
feel the
are.
same way.
And
yes.
It's good to read that, because I think there's a lot of people who have heard the term PTSD, but I don't think anyone could truly understand it unless you yourself have are experiencing it. And that's tough, because there's nothing, I can't imagine anything quite like it. You see people just having a hard time with certain things because it takes them back to combat or whatever it was.
Yeah, I've got some friends that have PTSD, and I've seen them when they have an episode, and it's like if you ever had a panic attack, that's what.
I bet.
That's what
Much,
they're having, but they're running back to some other place. You know, it
yeah.
can be a sound, it can be a smell that triggers.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, that's that's pretty incredible. Now, was that do you know, with spirits, was this the purpose of you getting this book out? Were these poems meant to kind of written to help people more than for people to just
Right.
enjoy them?
It's to heal people, I think.
Heal people. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that's incredible. Now, from people that have read your book and shared it, I'm sure you've shared it with people, especially in your circle, close around you. What have they been able to read and kind of be like, yeah, this is helpful. I get it, you know?
Yeah. My cousin was the first one that had rush out and buy the book. Whenever I write a book, she's the first one that buys it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I mean, and that's the thing about it is knowing that when you're reading this book, and once again, the book is called Inside My Head. It's written by Cheryl Lynn Carter. And I want to also, once again, because I can, you can get the book on Amazon. If you want to, please go through ghostboxradio.com, Ghostbox Book Club, to get it, because there's an Amazon affiliated link. It directly helps the show. You know, when you tell people, maybe there's some people who don't know your background. When you tell people that this is automatic writing, meaning written by spirit, do you ever get any reactions of people like, what are you talking about?
Well, the people that know me go, yeah, that's cool. But you have to explain automatic writing. You do.
Yeah.
Or you just have to explain that a spirit is speaking to me. You could be standing with the person and I'll say someone's speaking to me and they look at you. No, really. It's hard to explain. Most people do kind of get it because they watch the TV shows now. They know about stuff.
Yeah. 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 I suppose you do get people, you get spirits talking to you when you're just out and about and you're next to somebody. Do you ever get spirit being like, you know, ditch the person you're with or anything like that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't, my great grandma, I don't like him.
Are you right now just giving an experience that's actually happening in real time? I just want to, my feelings won't be hurt if that's your
no.
Okay.
No, she's funny. She's funny. She'll do that.
That's the thing I love. That's the thing I love about having gifts like that, is that your loved ones never leave you, really. I mean, they never leave you. It's there. You can always enjoy having them around.
I've never actually met her. She died in 1910, but she's always talking to me.
Is that because she sees that you have the ability to hear her?
Yeah. The gift it's hereditary, it comes through the family line. You know, so she had it. You know, it came down the family line.
Oh, that's nice. That's good. I mean, that's really good. That it's a nice thing to pass down throughout the years. And I wonder how many people had that gift passed down to them, and they just don't know to develop it, or don't even know that they have it, just because of how they were raised or their circumstances around them and stuff. Because I do think that a lot of us have, I think everyone has the ability, but not everyone has the ability to listen, to actually access it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's not like when they talk to you, they're telling you some profound thing, but you'll hear some kind of message, and I'm sure it happens to everybody at one time or another, where they thought about their grandmother or a friend that died or something, and they remembered a memory and stuff. Is it just a memory, or is this person talking to you? You got to stop and think about this, and then you realize that you can do this.
I think
anybody can do this.
I think that's a really interesting thing to say. And I think that's actually a very good thing for people to keep in mind, is start at the very basic level of if you are interested in this, that it is like paying attention to what is happening, because you're right. It's not always about, this voice out of nowhere telling you like some sort of life lesson. It is like suddenly out of nowhere, you haven't thought about an aunt for years, and now suddenly over the course of a week you've had a number of things that kind of focuses on them. It seems like that's pause for thought about why that is, and that might be a good start to your journey, perhaps.
Exactly. Like I'll have my lamp in the living room flicker, and I'll go, yeah, who's here now? It's it'll just flicker for a second, and I'll say who's here, and then you got to stop and think who it is, and then that's what you got to do. If something happens, if you smell perfume, just don't dismiss it. Go, okay, whose perfume was that? Like you said, that you smell.
I think that's one of the biggest things in my experience, at least, is that when people are like, oh, I felt such and such, and you're like, well, did you ask who it is? And they're like, oh, no, I didn't.
Exactly.
You have to ask, because they will tell you some way or the other. They will tell you.
Exactly.
And
that's... or you'll see the person. You'll see the person in your mind. You know who it is.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You do know. You do know without even asking. You do know.
And there's this thing, and maybe it's for me, and I don't know if you get this, Cheryl, but when you do that and you figure out, like suddenly it's like in your mind or however, it's like it's my dad, and you get that sort of like vibration that goes through, that is like that confirms what that is. And I think those are all things that you can't ignore them. You gotta accept them, and you gotta take them at heart, take them to heart.
Or you say somebody touched my shoulder. Did I bump into something? Well, you didn't. Somebody just touched your shoulder.
Absolutely.
Don't dismiss these little things. People say, I don't see anything. I go, they're giving you signs.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes they're giving you signs of, stuff that you need to heed. You need to pay attention. It's not, it could be about your personal health. It could be about a lot of things. And, it's like you said, everybody can experience that as long as you are receptive to it and open to it. So no, that's perfect. Cheryl, why don't we go ahead and do this? I want to take another break. When we come back, why don't we talk a little bit more about your book? Let's talk about other things that you have going on, because you're always busy as well. You always have stuff happening. And if anyone has any comments, please put it in the comments section, or you can give us a call, 952-946-6205, 952-946-6205. We are talking with author Cheryl Lynn Carter tonight, and it's a very great conversation, and we have a lot more to get to. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950. Greg Bakun here. I've been talking for a while about how spooky, fun, and fascinating the Minneapolis trolley tours are, but now there's big news. The Candlelight Ghost Tours now begin at the historic Pillsbury Club, a beautifully restored haunted mansion once owned by Charles Pillsbury himself. Believe it or not, the interior is nearly 200 years older than the exterior. How is that possible? You'll have to come out and find out. Before or after your tour, stop by the on-site market featuring a curated collection of handmade goods, artisan crafts, and locally inspired treasures. Perfect for picking up a keepsake to remember your haunting adventure. You'll also find exclusive spooky merchandise from Tales of the Crypt and Elvira. Then climb aboard the climate-controlled trolley as we travel through Minneapolis's haunted hotspots, uncovering ghost stories that locals would rather keep buried. The mansion is restored to perfection, and there is no better way to spend an evening. Visit MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for tickets and more information. Greg Bakun here. It's nice to get out of the Twin Cities and take some travel excursion to some great locations. Minnesota has so much to offer, which is why I love traveling down to Wabasha and staying at the historic Anderson House Hotel. Opened in 1856, this beautiful hotel offers comfortable accommodations, has a delicious restaurant, and even a speakeasy in the basement to unwind with a drink. Located next to the Mississippi River and on Main Street, there is a lot of sightseeing and shopping to do too. To get more information, go to theandersonhousehotel.com.
Okay, question of the day. What do UFOs, ghosts, breathwork, and psychedelics have in common? Find out at the Contact Modalities Expo, May 1st through 3rd in Wisconsin, the Midwest premier event all about consciousness, life's mysteries, and all the stuff that blows your mind. 4 stages alive at the same time with world-class experts and tons of hands-on experiences. Hosted by Jimmy Church, you'll be doing UFO Skywatches with Chris Bledsoe, workshops with Dr. Diane Hennessy, Lidu and Dahlia from the Telepathy Tapes, a group quantum hypnosis by Sarah Bressman Cosme. You'll learn telekinesis, telepathy, dowsing rods, plus God helmet experiences, a real live seance, and live performances galore. Whether you're brand new to this world or knee-deep in the rabbit hole, this is the place to explore the unseen, the unexplained, and the undeniable at the Contact Modalities Expo, May 1st through 3rd. Curious? Learn more at contactmodalitiesexpo.com.
So, Adam, after not having done the show for a couple weeks, it's not too shabby tonight. I'm not too rusty, am I?
No, you're pretty good. I'm just glad I didn't hit any of the Casual Friday stuff, it being a Wednesday and all.
I wondered if you were going to, quite frankly. And we're all a little rusty here, but I think we can make a career out of this. I think we should keep going. I think we can make a career out of this.
From amateur to professional at some point.
Well, let's not get carried away. Let's not get carried away here. The only one who's not rusty at all is our guest tonight. So she's always on. But I have to say, though, before I get back to Cheryl, that during the last segment when I was talking to Cheryl and she's reading this beautiful poem, and I moved my leg further out than I expected to, and it hit something soft and furry, and I'm like, oh God, Puff is underneath the table. And I'm surprised you didn't hear, she didn't like scream or anything, it's just a normal like voice of dissatisfaction at my existence, something I'm quite used to hearing from her. And then so she now moved, she's still under my feet, but she moved to the other side, hoping that maybe I don't step on her again. So we'll see how the night goes. I no guarantees. So you still under there? Yeah, she's still there. I know, very riveting radio, seeing where my cat is, but she's part of the show. What can you do?
We are to both beast and man.
She's my co-host. But just under the table all the time. Okay, so we are talking with author Cheryl Lynn Carter tonight. We are talking about her book. Out of my head, inside my head. I just got done saying how it wasn't too rusty tonight, and I blew the segment. I just blew it all. I just, so once again, Inside My Head, written by author Cheryl Lynn Carter, automatic writing. We read a couple poems. You want to read another one? Are you interested in doing one more?
Oh, let's see what else we want. You got another one?
Yeah. Do we want to do something? Not darkness. Let's see. Actually, early on. Let's see let me find it, because it's like it's. How about the very first one? I Saw Her Today.
Okay, I was just going to do that one.
Oh, look at us!
Like minds think alike.
Absolutely.
Okay. I saw her today. That girl so innocent. Her spirited heart unscathed by life's atrocities, and our eyes met but for a moment, that girl in the mirror. She was a mosaic of broken pieces locked within the walls of her mind, unable to escape, holding on to lost innocence that in the darkness shine like jewels. She wanted to love it all, an unconditional love, brazenly embracing the best in everyone and everything, a paramount love for the world that sometimes forgot her very existence.
So, looking at that, I think once again, it's it's something that's very relatable to a lot of people. I feels like, because when, the very end there, a paramount love for the world that sometimes forgot her very existence. I mean, and the way I interpret that is, how many times do we feel like that just no one acknowledges and sees us, right?
Mm-hmm. No one pays attention to what I'm doing. Am I good enough? Yeah, am I good enough?
Yeah, yeah. No, that's really that's great. It's a great starter for the book too. And once again, the book has how many poems do you have in the book?
Is there 20 maybe? I don't know, 20, 25.
Yeah,
and I wanted to put some kind of pictures in there because it just looked like words, but pictures didn't sound right, and so I did ink splashes.
Are those yours?
That's what it looks like in your mind. Yeah.
Oh, those are great. I love those. And then they're all very different.
I got a jar of ink and a paintbrush, and I just splashed it on the paper. Go, oh, that one looks good.
Now, when you do that, and I'm not trying, and this is a serious question. When you do that, do any of the ink spots actually talk to you in any way? And I don't mean like verbally words or anything, but like meaning wise.
Well, that's what I said. I don't know how many dozens that I was doing, and I go, that's just nothing. That's nothing. And when it's the right one, I go, that's the one that goes with this poem. And then I just started doing some more. Yeah. I threw a lot away before I got the ones that were related to the right poem.
Well, and I'm looking at the one that's at the end of In My Dreams, which that would be on page 17. I think that's just a beautiful, it's almost like a vortex.
Yeah.
That's really nice. That's really
As
cool.
I said, these are like things that we look inside your mind that you would see.
Yeah. No, it's really cool. For folks, once again, the book is called Inside My Head, and you can go to Amazon to pick it up, or you can go to GhostBox Radio, GhostBox Book Club with the Amazon affiliated link. Let me tell you something else, though. If you go to Amazon to get the book, just type in Cheryl's name, Cheryl Lynn Carter, in the search, and you can see, or actually you could probably click on it on the page for the book, and it will list out all the other books that she has written. And you should really take a look at what she's done, because it's incredible. Can you do me a favor, Cheryl? Can you put up the one that I talked about to the camera? So we're getting people asking to see it, and that was page 17, please. I mean, or do whatever one you want. That's let me zoom in on you. I love that.
Yeah,
I think that's really neat. Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, it looks like a vortex.
Yeah.
And that's so cool. I love that. Now, what else are you able to say anything else that you're working on at the moment?
I'm working on a book that, how should I say, on ancient aliens, how they always talk about how ancient civilizations revered certain star systems.
Mm-hmm.
And like Giorgio says, there were three: the Pleiades, Orion, and Arcturus.
Yeah.
And if you look in the Bible, they talk about these three in the Bible. And so that's what I did. I'm getting a bunch of ancient sites, and sure enough, they all have something to do with these. Some of them, when the actual layout of the culture, actually, most of them is the layout of the seven sisters, the seven stars, the Pleiades.
Mm-hmm.
And their buildings, it's all lined up just like the Pleiades pattern. It's very interesting.
Yes.
And a lot of them think that their ancestors actually came from either the Pleiades or Orion or Arcturus. It's a lot of research.
I was just going to say that book has a lot of heavy lifting to it. I bet it's a lot of work. Yeah.
I think one of my light bulbs went out.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
So and do you, I mean, at that point when that happens, because I would do this, I'd ask who's here, right? And you said that you do that when it just like blinks. Do you do it in that situation as well? Or are you just like, no, the lights just went out, Greg. The light bulb went out. It's okay.
No, I know who it is. This guy's talking to me. Yeah. It's a weird story. You want to hear it? Might as well.
Yeah.
He wants me to tell you.
I want to hear.
So,
you want to hear.
So last summer I went back to Illinois because my great aunt's grave is in an old abandoned cemetery. So I'm the only one that takes care of it. So I go back there and I take my jug of water and my brush because I know I'm going to have to go clean off her little headstone that I made her because it gets buried in the mud.
Sure.
So sure enough, I went with my sister and it's buried. So we're digging it out, and then we're trying to level the ground up and put it back down. And I says, now I'm just going to let my recorder going while we're doing this because she'll talk to me, and maybe somebody else will talk to me because it's a haunted cemetery. Okay. So while we're doing that, I was saying, well, I used to be able to find her grave easy because there was this big tree back here. Okay, so now we're listening to the recording back, and we hear a man say, I used to sleep under that tree.
Wow.
And I go, okay. And so then we're digging up these little, we're finding all kinds of bulbs there. We didn't know if they were flowers, what they are. We're digging them up. We're going to take them home and try to grow them. And as we're doing that, we're hearing the man again, and he says, I'm so cold. What a wonderful EVP that was.
Oh, yeah.
And then a woman says, well, you're supposed to be. I don't think he knew he was dead. Now do you know that you're dead? Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, because that happens.
I don't know who these people were. There weren't any other graves around us that we know. It's like I said, it's abandoned cemetery. Who knows where the markers went?
Wow. Do you know his name at all?
No, we didn't catch any names.
No names.
I can't guarantee if I go back there if you'll talk to us again or not. But
right. Oh, how interesting.
That's just so cool. I'm so cool. Cold, just like that.
So cold. Like, well, there's a reason for that. So I just want to quickly say, Sarah in the comments, she says, ordered. I'm looking forward to reading it. So there you go. That's awesome.
Cool. Okay.
Sarah, you're gonna have to tell us what you think of it, because I'm sure you're gonna love it. And it's you know what's great about this book is that it's not only from your heart, it's from the heart of many, and that's really sweet.
Right.
It's really special. So there. Lead balloon. So anyway, real fast, I just want to quickly say, because we have about 3 minutes left. Nick Pope, he's very ill, and I mean, I know that you know those folks pretty well. I mean, I don't know. We haven't really talked about it on the show at all. It's very sad to hear that. And he's helped a lot of people understand
Exactly.
ufology and aliens over the decades.
And I have his book about Rendlesham Forest. If you don't have it, that's a great book.
Yeah, no. And so and he has stage 4 cancer, doesn't he?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. No, it's very sad. We obviously wish him the absolute best that he can be at this time. And then are you going back? We have about 2 minutes left. Are you going back to Skinwalker Ranch anytime soon?
Well, I'm going to Utah. I've never been to the ranch.
Oh, but you've been outside the ranch, though, haven't you?
Yeah, and I remote viewed there too, but yeah.
Yeah, but you've not been inside of it. I think I misremembered. I thought that you were in it, but I guess you know better than I would if you're in.
And I was invited, but I didn't get in there yet. I was invited by Brandon.
Yeah, but you haven't got in there yet. Well, I hope you're able to get in there, because I bet you would.
Me too, because the spirits keep talking to me. The spirits keep talking to me.
Do they need to? Do they need to talk to somebody?
They keep saying when you get here. Yeah.
They maybe they need to talk to somebody else that actually can make it so that you can get in there. That's maybe what they need to do, because you're like,
Thomas is supposed to take me. Yeah. Thomas is dragging his feet.
Thomas is dragging his feet. That's BS. So that's so as we start wrapping up here, once again, folks, this is a beautiful book. Please go check it out. It's it is called Inside My Head, written by author Cheryl Lynn Carter, as well as Automatic Writing. You can go over to GhostBox Book Club on GhostBoxRadio.com. Go through Amazon, and please, that supports us using the affiliated link. Otherwise, you can also, when you're there, click on Cheryl's name on the page, and you can see all the amazing books. They're not all poetry. They're about a lot of wide-ranging topics that I know you'd be interested in. We've had her on a number of times, and it's great. And I'm looking forward to having you on in the future, Cheryl. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me again.
It's always a pleasure. We're hoping to be back for Casual Friday. Everyone, have a fantastic night.
I'm standing up.